Welcome to Ray-ality TV. I'm Raymond Bakari. I'm at the RWA Cash is King event backstage with RWA Commissioner David Morales. Some of you may also know him as the state rep for Rhode Island House District 7, located in Providence in the Mount Pleasant area. He just had his first ever match in the ring. He had physical instances in the ring before, but this was his first ever match. The Hype Championship is reincarnated in RWA. Commissioner, how do you feel now being the champion?
With a tear in my eye and a love that you love to hate, I have to say this is the greatest moment of my life. You see, being the Hype Champion stands for one thing: honor your people everywhere. And that's what I intend to do inside of the ring, outside of the ring, inside of the State House, at the picket lines. I'm standing up for the working class, the working people in our state, our communities of color, and everywhere in between. They know that they have an advocate in the Hype Champion. Ha ha!
The match itself went a little bit of time, especially for your first match. There was quite a bit of a controversial finish. Do you care to comment on that?
Controversial? Controversial in what sense? We had the most talented referee and official in New England history, Coach Will, on duty as our referee. And he acted with his discretion, with his choice, knowing that it was unjust, that I was put at a disadvantage. I was put at a disadvantage from a weight standpoint, from a height standpoint, and from a mental standpoint. But yet and still, I prevailed.
So you totally fine with the 3 count not happening there after the powerbomb?
I do not recall.
Got it. And you did wrestle the Mighty Bosch, who is probably somewhere else here backstage. Do you have any plans to give him a rematch for the title or have any matches with him down the road?
So I have a lot of respect for the Mighty Bosch. He's been around since the mid-90s. He's a New England legend, and it was an absolute honor to be able to share the ring with him. However, that will be the last time I ever share a ring with the Mighty Bosch. You see, I have proven my worth within the Renegade Wrestling Alliance. This championship here is a certification, validation of all the sweat and all the tears I've encountered within the State House, in the ring, and everywhere in between to prove my worth.
Speaking of the State House, some of your fellow legislators were in attendance cheering you on. State Rep Brandon Potter from Cranston, State Rep Megan Cotter from Exeter. Do you have any plans to bring in any of your political allies into the shows or into the ring?
Everyone is invited to our Renegade Wrestling Alliance shows. It is family-friendly entertainment. It is affordable. And, of course, if members of the legislature and if any lobbyists want to attend, they are more than welcome to, except for you corporate lobbyists. And so I say it with a wink, I say it with a smile. I am glad at the product that we have been able to produce month after month. And so that means growing our audience. We had a capacity crowd of over 200 tonight. And I expect the next crowd, 300. The crowd after that, 400. And before you know it, we're hitting the thousands.
What are the future plans for Commissioner Morales and Renegade Wrestling Alliance?
That's the beauty of the story that we are telling. You see, a year and a half ago, folks would have thought the Mount Pleasant Little League, that was just a one-off. I got body slammed and that was it. Sure enough, I weaseled my way through. I'm now the commissioner. Fast forward a year later, and I'm now the Hype Champion. So in terms of immediate plans, you just have to tune in and watch. And as for what's going on in the legislature, tune in to Capitol TV and be able to understand what progressive legislation we're going to be passing moving forward.
Are there any social media accounts you want to shout out or anywhere somebody watching could view more of your work, whether it be in the ring or, like you said, on Capitol TV?
Absolutely. So Renegade Wrestling Alliance is available on Twitter, and we do not pay for a check mark, Facebook, Instagram. So make sure that you go home, you look up Renegade Wrestling Alliance, and you give us a like, you give us a follow, you give us a subscription on YouTube, because it is absolutely important that we highlight the men, the women, the non-binary talent of New England, of Rhode Island, and show that it is much more than what you just see on TV. There is athleticism, there is storyline-driven drama, and there is humor, all wrapped into one package.
That was all the questions I had. Commissioner, thank you so much for giving me your time for this interview.
You are absolutely welcome, Ray.
And thank you for tuning into Ray-ality TV. If you want to see future episodes, interviews, any bit of content on the channel, please click the subscribe button down below and the post notification bell icon to the right of it. I'm Raymond Bakari, and I'll see you next time.